and welcome to our podcast. I'm Dr. Sneha, your host, and joining us today is someone who wears many hats, Dr. Neha Srivastav. She is a neuro-otologist, an ENT specialist. She is also the inspiring leader of American Institute of Balance India and also the founder of RTKL Diagnostics and Polyclinic. Welcome to our podcast, Dr. Neha. So, Dr. Neha, let's start with, helping our audience understand what AIB is. So, what is AIB and what led to its founding?
So, American Institute of Balance in India was founded in 2020. So, in 1992, Dr. Richard Gans in US had started with the American Institute of Balance. He's an audiovisual scientist. And he, in this last 30 years, he started with all this training of the doctors and healthcare professionals. So during the COVID arena, when I was going through, to have more progress in my career and to have more knowledge about the subject of vertigo and balance disorder. So at that time, I came across this AIB Institute in US. I did the courses first on my own, and later on, I was spellbound with the kind of knowledge they have in US. So I thought, why not get it in India? So I got in touch with Dr. Richard Gans, and that is how AIB India came into being in the year 2020 in December. And from then onwards, it's been like 5 years, and we are doing this in India.
Great, that's really good to know.
Yeah.
So, what would you say are the unmet needs or gaps that AIB India aims to solve?
So, lack of education, lack of awareness among the patients and even in the healthcare professionals. Because when we were doing our post graduation and graduation, our knowledge was only limited to the medicines in this subject, but there was something more to that. So every paragraph in the book had one Epley's maneuver. But when we came to know more about the subject in the last 6-7 years of my post graduation,
Right.
so I realized that there is something more to this. So the unmet needs that this covers up is the need and the awareness to cover up among the healthcare professionals and among the patients that where is vertigo lying and what are the causes of it.
So, Dr. Neha, what would you say makes AIB different from other institutes when it comes to vestibular health?
So, AIB India basically deals with the training of the doctors on clinical skills and not on instrumentations. See, basically, when you become a doctor in India, you're known for your clinical skills.
Absolutely.
As compared to the international faculties. AIB is one of the institutes which makes your clinical hands-on very strong. Okay, of course, with the advent of recent advances in neuro-otology, you very much need the equipments. But being a good clinician is something that we want in India. And this is where AIB India steps in.
So, Dr. Neha, can you share a story where an innovative approach was used in your institute and which benefited the patient outcome?
So basically, one of the patient was having vertigo since last 5 to 6 years.
Wow.
And the patient went around to multi-specialities, which is a very normal practice or a normal history that we get around in our OPD.
Yes.
Starting from going to general physicians to the orthopedics to the neurologists to the ENTs and still not settling with vertigo. Ultimately, that patient landed up in a psychiatric clinic. So the psychiatrist is one of my colleagues, senior colleagues. So she doubted that the patient may be having a positional vertigo.
Okay.
So basically, when the patient came to me and I took a depth into the history, so basically the patient had chronic vertigo now. Then I further examined the patient. The patient actually had BPPV.
Okay.
Which was easily treatable with the maneuvers. So when we did the maneuvers, of course, there was some modification in the medication that the patient was taking and the patient was free of vertigo.
So, Dr. Neha, AIB has also designed training programs. So, what kind of professionals are they designed for?
So, AIB India has its international vestibular rehabilitation courses, which are actually recognized by US only. So, basically, it's designed for ENT, neurologist, audiologist, audiovestibular physicians, physiotherapists, and even for general physicians. And basically, there are different modules for different approaches, like what is the knowledge base. These are all knowledge based courses. So when you talk about IVRC Lite that we have, that IVRC Lite we have just introduced for the healthcare professionals, especially the general practitioners who are the first reach out to the patients at the time of vertigo attacks,
Right.
And even for those who want to have a know-how about the subject, IVRC 1 and the second one, which is IVRC2, which is the advanced rehabilitation course that's highly advanced, who are regular into practice, senior consultants, that is for them, So this is how there is a big spectrum of vertigo that we cover up through AIB online courses. Likewise.
Okay, so that's like a plethora of courses that's available.
Yeah.
So are these available globally as well or just for the US professionals?
Currently in India, it is through our website, that is www.aibindia.com.
Okay. So what innovations are you excited about, be medical or administrative?
So basically, in this coming year, we have planned a lot of AIB India workshops, multi-city workshops. And of course, we are trying to get in reach with medical colleges also to have a more understanding for the future generations to come into the subject. Apart from that, we are going to come up with AIB India Academy in a month or so, which will be a training institute full-fledged in a nice 1200 square foot area in Kandivali, wherein they can come and have a 1 day or 2 day workshop. Of course, I'm in the process of making that module for India differently, so that they have a good hands-on and skills basically, and have a more understanding about the subject, because the spectrum is very big of vertigo.
Yeah, that sounds really great to have such a big expansion there in your field. So what is one behind the scenes scenario that you would like to discuss, which is not known to most people, and it's crucial for your AIB success? Any ideas there?
Our understanding for collaborations with major companies, for having more CMEs.
Right.
That is one behind the scenes decisions that we take. Our work that we do in our clinic, which is also a word of publicity, and things speaks for itself. So over the coming years, we will see that AIB India is blooming.
So this one is for our listeners. So for our listeners who are experiencing dizziness or any hearing issues, what advice would you give?
Please do not take your vertigo lightly. First thing.
That's a good one.
Secondly, it is very important that you know where is it coming from. Is it coming from your brain? Is it coming from your ears? Is it coming from any other part of the body, or is it just an impulse vertigo? Your diagnosis and the area affected in your body is very important.
Right.
You may never know you're dealing with a stroke.
Right.
So please don't take it lightly, because more the vertigo, the more the anxiety will come down in the patient, because it's a spatial disorientation.
That's a very good
The world is spinning.
Yeah, that's a very good advice. Something our listeners really need to think about. What are the unmet needs or gaps AIB is aiming to solve?
AIB India wants to train the healthcare professionals in the field of vertigo and balance disorders, and at the same time create awareness among the patients to not run to multi-speciality as they do, usually going from a physician to an orthopedic to a neurologist to an ENT. It is the job of a vertigo specialist to clear this up for the patients. So this is how we as AIB India come into the picture.
So Dr. Neha, what are the challenges you faced while establishing AIB India?
So when I was establishing AIB in India, so first things were that I had got a lot of questions arising from the senior colleagues as to the establishment of AIB in India. The thing was that we wanted to have a US standards in India for the treatment protocols in India for our patients.
Yes.
And at the same time, we wanted to match the education level between India and USA. So there were some key questions being asked by the senior colleagues from our fraternity, but we answered them well over the period of 5 to 6 years.
Looks like you handled it very diplomatically.
No. I just went one way, Let the bat do the talking.
That's a good way to look at it.
Yeah.
So what kind of patients or individuals seek care in your institute?
So basically, it ranges from the pediatric age group to the geriatric age group. Okay, so even when we start seeing, we can see it from the age of 6 to 92. Now, I personally have seen cases right from the age of 10 till 90, 91 years of age, and I have treated them also. So basically, the versatility of this subject, the number of patients that may enter in OPD, and the unpredictability of the case outcome, that's too high with vertigo.
Yeah, absolutely agreed here. Yeah. So in India, what do you think, which specialty should treat vertigo?
It should be an ENT.
ENT.
It should be an ENT. And the answer is, why if it is? The answer is because we should start it right from the eardrum.
Right.
Our neuro friends may not examine the eardrum. Okay. But it is our job because the balance nerve and the sound conducting nerve, they run together. So it is actually the responsibility of an ENT to treat vertigo or to diagnose a case of vertigo and hand it over to their respective medical stream or colleagues to further take it ahead.
So, Dr. Neha, for our listeners, can you elicit some names of vertigo conditions?
So one is benign paroxysmal positional vertigo. That's the most commonest form of the peripheral vertigo, as I speak about it.
Okay.
Vestibular neuritis, labyrinthitis. Then there is vestibular migraine, the most commonest form. And as we proceed, there are many forms or many other, like the ones entering into the central vertigo or the psychogenic vertigo or maybe an anxiety disorder. For easy understanding, I have listed few names.
Thank you
Yeah.
so much for our listeners. So, 1 in 3 adults, we have the statistic that, 1 in 3 adults over 65, they fall due to balance issues. Do you have any advice for them?
They should always do a balance training exercises.
Okay.
And they should move.
Okay.
These patients generally tend to sit at one place and maybe not move so much. Mobility will help them to get rid of the falls because the tonicity of the muscles will be maintained and the balance will also be maintained. That is how it will help them.
Okay, that's good to know. Can you enlighten something about migraine issues?
Yeah. So migraine basically is very commonly seen in our OPD setups. Basically, it's a central vertigo which arises because of the migraine form. The commonest is in hormonal factors, very common in females. Food factors or environmental stress factors, change in the seasons also affected. Many food habits such as taking fermented food, taking a lot of caffeines, colas, high salt intakes, even alcohols, longer mobile scrollings, long duration of TV watchings, not using anti-glare glasses, and a lot of computer screen work. These are the common conditions which leads to migraine. When the migraine touches a becomes chronic in nature, it may land up with vertigo.
That's a mighty list, actually.
Yeah, so huge list, So there's a lot of, even when we treat the patient, there are a lot of ifs and buts that we give because we cannot just continue giving them medicines.
Right.
There is a point where they have to also understand there is a discipline which has to be followed.
Absolutely. Yeah. So, Dr. Neha, where would you say, where is the headquarters for AIB India?
Where we are standing right now.
Is it?
So this is our the everything that we have, the ultimate white blue sea of AIB India, and of course RTKL Vertigo and ENT Clinic. So this is the main clinic, the entire temple wherein we treat the patient, where I see the patient, and we are happy that the success rate is good in our practice, in my practice at least, and we look forward to educating more and more doctors in this field.
What are the common grounds where AIB India and RTKL matches?
The common grounds are we are very strong in our ethics, our integrity, and we are very strongly associated with our collabs, and we are very loyal to our collabs also with whom we are working currently. Apart from that, we don't believe in our referral practices. So this is how it works. So the common grounds are the integrity and the word of mouth and our own dignified way of working.
Thank you so much, Dr. Neha, for walking us through AIB India, for helping us understand what AIB is, helping our audience understand so many vestibular issues. This was really helpful. Thank you for listening to our podcast with Dr. Neha. Until next time, stay well, stay curious.